If you are watching this video, you are one lucky child. Oh my goodness. Hi, my name is Nigwa.
If you don't know me, I sing a little, I act a little, I try to dance a little. I like to play basketball. I'm not really good at it though, but I like to play the game. I cook. I don't know if you'd say I'm a master chef, but what I make is edible, so.
Anyways, now that you know a little bit, ooh, who's this little chica talking to us on the screen? This little beautiful person on our screen. Yes, that's me. I'm Nugwa, or Ojanugwa, whatever you want to call me. So I am going to be telling you what I wish I knew in high school. If I could have watched something like this before I went into high school, gosh, I would have my life. Anytime I think about my grade 9 self, I want to slap that little stupid brat. If I could go back in time to my grade 9 self, to my younger self, I would give myself one hell of a beating. So, anyways, okay, let's get into it. Do not waste your time. I cannot stress how much is gonna piss you off if you waste your time. Like, you're gonna get older. I'm going into my senior year. I'm going into grade 12, and you're gonna get older and you're gonna have no time for nothing. So if there's one thing you take out of this video, it should be this one thing. My number one is my number one. Do not waste your time. If you're bored, you're wasting your time. You do not sit or lay down and like chill. I'm so bored. I have nothing to do today. And you just stay like that. No! I wish I could go back to the days when I could be bored. There's so many things you can do when you're bored. Learn stuff. This is the goal time to find out what you like, what interests you. Watch movies, look at things that are cool. What interests you? Maybe you like to create weird desserts. Make a blog about it. Put your recipes up. Maybe you like to surf and you live somewhere where you can't surf. Research places you can go surf. I don't know. This is your time to research what you like, research the future, find out who you are, because everyone's always going to say be yourself and you might not know who you are. If you're trying to find out who you are, my best advice for you is to watch things, go places. Like, you have the time to do all this stuff. Okay, if you do things and watch things that make you like excited or fill you up with energy, like, you'll know. Like, you know that meh feeling where you just don't want to do anything? If you can watch things or like find activities that make you have energy while you're in that meh feeling, that take you away from that meh feeling, that's usually a good sign to like get more into it, explore it some more. Everything you do with your time should benefit you in some way. Okay, whether it's learning, education, entertainment, it should benefit you. It should put you in a better mood. And that's what I'm trying to get across. Don't waste your time. If you're gonna take one thing out of this whole video, that's you should take that. Don't waste your time. Okay, my second advice: have fun. This kind of ties into the time thing. Yes, it's good to research for your future and find out who you are and all that and learn and stuff, but again, have fun. You're not gonna have a lot of time to like have fun and hang out with your friends. You're gonna be stressing a lot in the future. So this is your time to like go to parties and study groups and dances. And if you have no friends at school, because I wasn't the most socially butterfly, even though I am a very social person when it comes to school. I don't know. My experience was interesting. You can also go to like community centers, like help out, volunteer, join some stuff after school. That could always be fun. You don't always have to make friends with people that are your age. Like, you could be friends with someone who's 80, someone who's 7. That's still having a friend. It doesn't always have to be someone your age. But yeah, have fun. Do fun things. Like, you have the time for that. Another thing with having fun and like relaxing while you're like coming into high school and stuff, don't stress about your grades. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when I was coming into high school, my grades were like in the 70s. Not a lot in the 80s, but some in the 80s. And I stressed a little bit, not a lot. Not like some people. Oh my goodness. I have some grade 9 friends that literally are like killing themselves over their grades. It's so sad, funny, and cute. Grades do not matter in grade 9 and 10. I'm not sure if they really matter in grade 11 unless you're doing like an early acceptance, but here in Canada, I don't even know how early acceptance works. So yeah, do not stress your grade. Try to aim for at least a 70, at least. If you're getting anything below a 70, don't stress it, but like at least just try in school. But like don't stress about it. Don't kill yourself over it. My next advice is something a lot of people like don't think about when they go to school, which is weird. Try to learn. I know that sounds crazy, but everybody kind of goes to school to like get the grades and just, yeah, no one actually like truly like listens or learns. They're just like, okay, I need to get this grade, I need to get that grade. Try to learn. Okay, I don't mean to play that card, but like if you have a free education, that is a privilege. Some people do not have that, and you should be lucky that you have that. So try to learn. Like when I was in grade 9 and 10, we had to take French. No one wanted to take French, but we had to. And now I'm in grade 12 and I'm like, I'm so pissed at myself. I had the opportunity to learn a different language and I didn't care. Oh my goodness. Like now I'm like on Duolingo trying to learn French. I mean, Duolingo is not a bad app. I'm just saying like an actual class where you apply yourself, you can learn so much. Like if I applied myself in French like I did in my guitar class, and I can play guitar like my guitar skills are whew. I got the highest mark in my guitar class. That the year I took it, I had the highest mark out of everyone else. So I was like, ooh. That's because I love guitar and I love music and I like to like, you know, do that. But like, and I do, I don't necessarily like learning a new language, but I want to be able to speak French. And if I wanted it, if I just paid attention in my French class, I could be like fluent by now. That's one thing I regret, not paying attention in my French class, because that is something that would like seriously have benefited me. Might not like help you out, but it would help me out personally. And if I did it in grade 9, in grade 10, that means I could have taken it in grade 11, in grade 12, and graduated with like fluency in French. And like whether I go to college or not, learning a different language would have been so beneficial for me. But, you know, I didn't go to French class to learn. Are you listening? Are you listening? Come on, a little closer. Are you listening? Pay attention. Okay. No friends is better than fake friends. Shall I say that again? Okay, let me say that again. No friends is better than fake friends. I'll say it again for the people in the back. No friends is better than fake friends. Are y'all listening? Okay, let me school y'all. It sucks to be alone. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it sucks to be lonely. But it is better to feel alone than to feel drained. Let me say that again. It is better to feel alone than to feel drained. When I was, okay, I'm gonna talk about middle school before I talk about high school. When I was in middle school, I moved from Kamloops. I moved from BC to Ontario because I was the new girl in middle school, and it was interesting. So let me tell you, okay, I know I'm getting a little off track, but let me tell you about my first day because I do have a point to my story. So when I was in middle school, apparently this middle school I went to, they like new kids. They like new kids. So on my first day of middle school, I was at my locker and the teacher was getting me settled. She's like, here's your locker, here's your things, and I was like getting ready, and then I was like a gazelle in lions. Every kid, it felt like every kid in that school just like no, it didn't feel like they cornered me. It felt like it was every kid in the school. Like there was a lot of people cornering me. Like, okay, how do I demonstrate this? Like here, this is me at my locker, and then everybody in the school was just like, they're just like, everybody was looking at me. I swear to goodness, I was like a gazelle in lions. I'm not exaggerating that. Like, I swear to goodness, everybody was in a circle around me. I looked around, I was like, okay, don't look there, just look at the locker, because everybody was like around me. So I didn't really know what was going on till I made some friends later on that told me what was happening on my first day of school. This is what they told me was going on my first day. So everybody, basically when people were cornering me, they were basically like checking me out. They're like, ooh, the new girl. So this so stereotypical, but it's what happened. So the like popular girls, the mean girls, okay, they're not all of them necessarily mean, but the popular girls were like eyeing me. They're like,
oh, okay, we need to get her. What's our game plan? We need to get her.
And then the losers
They're like, oh my goodness, we need to save that girl from the mean girls. We don't want her turning into like a mean girl like them. We need to save her. We need to get to her first.
That's what the losers were saying about me. And then the guys were checking out my butt. This girl I was friends with told me on my first day, these two guys were talking about my butt. They were like, oh, yo, you see that new girl? No. She has a nice butt. She has a big butt. She's like, I did not know that until that girl told me what they were talking about. Yeah, so so I joined the popular girls posse or whatever, and this girl, the head girl, the queen bee girl everyone was friends with, everyone listened to, she was blonde. I don't mean to be stereotypical, but like she was blonde and like bratty. So this, oh my goodness, I will never forget what she said to me. First day, we're still on the first day. She was like,
okay, you see that guy over there?
I was like, yeah.
That's gonna be your boyfriend.
Who do you think you are? I didn't say that. I was like, oh. The funny thing about that too is later on I found out that the guy she told me about was gonna be my boyfriend, the guy with the glasses and like the chin, the Hulk chin. Oh my goodness. Later on, this guy, they dated. The little blonde queen bee girl that was telling me he's gonna be my boyfriend, they actually dated. And now she's like trying to tell me, oh, that's gonna be your boyfriend? That girl. That girl. Anyway, couple weeks, months later, I was just like the joke of the group. They lost all interest in me. I was just like, ugh. I didn't even talk to them. I feel like that might have been the problem. I didn't really talk to them. I didn't have anything to say. When they were talking, I always felt like it was awkward to join in the conversation. For weeks and months till like I graduated, I always felt like awkward or embarrassed. Like I felt I couldn't even talk to them. I only had 2 friends in that little popular girl group, and I'm so grateful for them, because if I didn't have those girls, like, it would just be me being the joke of the group all the time and having like no one to like talk to. Oh, bruh. My middle school experience was awful. And I was popular. Even though they made fun of me and like I don't think anyone really liked me, I was popular, if that makes sense. It's weird. It's a weird concept. And I didn't even think I was popular because I was such a joke and no one liked me until like some losers told me, oh, you're so popular, you have all this friends. I was like, what? No, being popular sucked. Oh my goodness. Ugh, it was awful. Don't worry, I have a point to my story and I'm not done my story time, so just hang on with me. So then I went to high school and like all these like popular people went to a bigger, like better high school, and I went to like I went to like the druggy school. I went to like the prison looking school. While all the cool kids went to the popular, happy, big, fancy school. I didn't even choose to go to the prison looking school. I didn't even choose to go to the prison school. The guidance lady, counselor person forced me. She was like, you have to go to the school. I was like, don't I get to choose? And she was like, no. I was like, okay. So I went to the school, which was actually a good thing. I'm so glad that happened. Whatever that was happened. So I promise there's a point to my story time. So I went to high school and I was not popular. I knew no one. I didn't really have any friends. I was on my own all the time. It's very different from middle school. But the thing is, I was alone, but I wasn't drained like I was in middle school. So I didn't have any friends in high school. I didn't know anybody, and I was on my own by myself. And the thing is, I didn't really feel embarrassed or awkward until someone walked by with like a person and they saw me by myself. That's the only time I felt awkward, when people were passing by. The point of my story time is that in middle school, I wished every day that it would just end. Not my life, not my life. I just wish that middle school would end, like I could move somewhere else. But in high school, I didn't like hate it as much. Like in middle school, it was like unbearable. I wanted to move somewhere else. But in high school, it was like, okay, I wish that I had some friends, but it was like, okay, I can do this, you know? I didn't hate going to school, like every day, not every day. And then eventually I made like some friends in high school. I wasn't popular, but I had like two friends, one friend. I had one friend. We were like, she was cool. We didn't have a lot. We still don't have a lot in common, but like we were there for each other. We had each other's backs. She was my friend. So there was her, and then I got like two friends, and I was like, woo, yeah, okay. So I had some people. I had way more than one or two friends. I had like 10 to 20. Not close friends, just friends, like people I'm like cool with. So basically what I'm trying to get across is, it is just so much better to be alone than have fake friends. Fake friends will drain you. They will suck the life out of you. It is awful. It is awful. And then you're like, oh, this is what a friend is supposed to be like. No, you lose a sense of who you are. Take my advice. Being alone is better than having fake friends. My other advice is make/bring food from home. Another thing you want to be thinking about is saving money. I'm not allowed to get a job, so I wish I saved more money. You're probably allowed to get a job, so you don't need to think about saving money that much. I mean, still think about it, but I'm not allowed to get a job, so I wish I saved some money back when I was younger. So that cafeteria food, all that stuff, like you don't need to be buying that. You can make your own food from home, or buy groceries. I feel like groceries that will last you a month or weeks is better than buying cafeteria food. Cafeteria food, I feel like it's a little bit expensive, and their food is like stuff that can last long, so it's not the freshest, healthiest stuff for you. Like it's stuff that can last a long time, you know, because they gotta feed the masses or whatever. So don't waste your money on cafeteria food. I wish I didn't waste so much money on cookies. Oh my goodness. If I saved all the money I spent at the caf on chocolate chip cookies, I would have so much money right now. Don't waste your money on caf food. Just know that, kids. Just try not to care what others think of you. The older you get, the less and less you care. But when you're young and when you're still in that kind of awkward, I want to make friends so desperately kind of phase, you want to please other people, and that's okay. That's a human nature to be social and want to please people. Just focus on yourself. Focus on finding out who you are. Don't change that because there's no one else that likes to do that or likes that or is interested in that too. Just be yourself and don't care what other people think. It's easier said than done, I know, but try. At least try. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is try. Another thing I wish I did earlier on is look into secondary schools, like post-secondary, university, college, blah, blah, blah. Look into what you might be interested in, funding, scholarships, all that stuff. Look into that really early on. But again, Do not stress yourself about college and universities and all that. You don't have to go to college, but make sure you're looking into what you can do after. Maybe you don't want to go to college right away. That's fine. You can take like a year off to work and then go to school. You can also go into trade and like actually start working right away, and you don't have to go to college or something. There are other options. Just research what they are and find out what you can do, what you have, what you're good at, all those kinds of stuff, okay? That you have the time to be looking into the future and all that, but don't stress about it. Take it one day at a time.
One day at a time. Don't stress yourself.
Finish your volunteer hours in grade 9 and 10. Oh my goodness. Okay, I haven't finished my volunteer hours completely, so I don't have to worry about it. And if I tell you, I have so much stress and so much things to think about going into grade 12 that I'm so glad I finished my volunteer hours back then. Like, it is the one thing I'm proud of myself for doing. Like, give myself a little pat on the back. That was the smartest thing I have ever done. Now I don't have to think about it. It's gone. My 40 hours done. I know some unlucky people who did not finish their volunteer hours in grade 9 and 10. Now they're scrambling, trying to find places to volunteer while doing a part-time job, while looking into colleges. I'm just like, you do not want to be that person scrambling and stressing and, oh my goodness, I need to get my volunteer hours done, like crying because you don't have your volunteer hours and you need that to graduate. So no, you don't want to be that person. You want to be me, calm, cool, collected. Here's my volunteer hours, baby. Done. That's what you want. You don't want to stress about volunteer hours. That's the least. You're gonna have so many problems when you get in grade 12. So like, don't add volunteer hours to the list. Finish those now. Now. Boys.
Boys.
Don't stress about them. Do not stress about boys. But also, another thing that comes with that is, don't try to stop yourself from thinking about them. And that was kind of, oh my goodness, one of my middle school friends just walked past. Not my middle, she wasn't my friend. She was kind of the girl I saved from being bullied, because they used to bully her, but then I came and now they bullied me. It was fun. Okay, anyway, we're talking about boys. You don't need to be in a relationship. You don't need that right now. You need to focus on yourself. You don't need to be in a relationship. That can come afterwards. A relationship will come to you. You don't need to go searching for it. That's a waste of your time and a waste of your energy, and it's just like, it will come to you. You don't have to go looking for that. Well, it should come to you. You shouldn't go looking for that. That's just no. At my school, they don't really have any hot looking guys, so that wasn't much of a problem. But maybe you have it's okay to have a few crushes here and there. But the thing is, don't try to stop yourself from thinking about them. Because once you try to stop yourself from thinking about them, you end up thinking about them more. And that turns into like, oh, maybe I do like this person. But maybe it's really just the thought of thinking about them that's keeping them in your head. Like, let me tell you. I'm sorry, another story time, but let me tell you. There's this one guy. There was actually multiple guys, but there's this one guy. So I had a crush on this guy from like grade 9 to beginning of grade 10. And it was like, I never talked to him. I don't even think he knew I existed until like grade 11 for some interesting reasons. Very interesting. That was some tea, but I can't tell you because my friend watches. Well, I don't know if she watches all of my YouTube videos, but she definitely subscribed to me and she has my post notifications on, so like she's watching this right now. Hey girl, relax. I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyway, so this guy was not hot. He wasn't even cute. Like, I always kept thinking about him, and I guess the thought of me thinking about him made me think about him even more, and he was just like in my head, and I didn't like him. It's just I kept thinking about him, and then I guess it kind of turned into like a crush. ish, because then I started avoiding him, the person that doesn't know I exist. I started avoiding him. He would like walk down the hallway, I would turn and go the other way because I'm just an awkward little child, okay? Don't judge me, I'm so weird. But yeah, I tried my hardest not to like look him in the eyes because that was weird, that was awkward. You never look a guy you like in the eyes. Never. The thing is, I didn't really like him. Like, he wasn't cute. But yeah, I think it was the act of avoiding the guy so much for no reason whatsoever. Like, you could ask me why, and I'll be like,
I don't know.
it's just because I was thinking about him, so I started avoiding him, and more of avoiding him made me think about him even more. And just the thought of thinking about him, it made me like, ooh, okay, I like this guy. I think I like this guy. I didn't really like him. Anyways, that was interesting. That was such a waste of time too. A waste of thought. He was a waste of thought. So when it comes to guys, especially crushes, don't try to stop yourself from thinking about them, because that just makes it worse. I eventually tried to stop like avoiding him and try to stop trying to stop thinking about him, and I just kind of forgot about him. Like, it will pass. Okay, maybe you talk to them and you're actually friends with them and there's like a real thing there. Like, if there's a relationship there, if two people care about each other, like, things will happen. If a guy likes you, you'll know. If he doesn't like you, you'll be confused. So when it comes to guys, just let them be. Let them be. You don't need to be stressing about boys. Take care of yourself. Oh my goodness. Take care of your body, your mental energy. I cannot tell you how much it would have benefited me to like take care of my mind, my mental energy back then. I mean, I'm doing it now, which is good for me, but if I had started it earlier, the habits would already be in place and I would have like my routine kind of set. Now I'm kind of like so stressed that I'm trying to like find the time to de-stress, which is causing me some more stress. So take the time to take care of yourself. Like, do something repeatedly so that it becomes a habit. I don't know who needs to be talking about hygiene, but make sure you're bathing 2 times a day, brushing your teeth 2 times a day. Make sure you're taking care of your spiritual health, mental health, physical health, well-being, just everything. Take care of yourself. You are all you're ever gonna have in life. Like, truly, just don't make your happiness rely on someone else. Be happy as you are and just take care of yourself. So my fellow children, that is the advice I have for you. So please like, subscribe, comment on this video. Comment down below any questions you have for me. Like, if you want any like bonus advices about high school, like, comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go inside now because I'm burning. I didn't wear sunscreen. Make sure you wear sunscreen. Bonus advice, make sure you wear sunscreen. Doesn't matter what skin color you have, we all need sunscreen. Okay, bye.